Then yeah, I'll probably just film the players coming in from the defense. So okay, thanks guys. Welcome to Game 3, Ames 8th grade baseball. We just got the balls in coming down call from catcher Colton Hibbing. This will be Odin Morkin on the mound. Finn Burrell on first base, Dexter Erdman at second, Daniel Zener at short, Lucas Dressler at third. Left field, Cole Till, center field, Ian Nelson, right field, Jace Greenlee. Boone batter steps in the box, and a ball 1 inch high to start here for Morkin. Morkin pitched for JV2, basically the JVB team. You could say the Ames High School third best team. Morkin pitched for them on Tuesday. All he did was strike out 6 in 2 innings. Great outing for him. Don't see this every day, but we just got an umpire to arrive. Technically, the umpire was here 2 minutes early. However, the game started 2 minutes early. So Morkin down the count 3-1. Too early to tell if it's a small strike zone or if it's a small batter. Both might be true. But there is a 5-pitch walk to start the game. It's a tough assignment for any pitcher going up against a short lefty with speed. Good job by Boone putting those dynamics at the leadoff spot. Runner on first does not go. That ball in the dirt. Hibbing not able to field it, but the umpire bounces off of his chest. And in that regard, the ball stays in front of Hibbing and the runner stays on first. Burrell slaps his glove to try and hold the runner. There's a strike. Hibbing, nice pop behind the plate. Looks down at first, thinks about throwing, but does not. There's a ball inside. Again, Hibbing thinks about throwing down, does not. Base runner on first doing a good job getting to the secondary for Boone. Ball inside. Boone beat the Ames High varsity 12-2 recently. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 2 credited to Morkin. Good chatter from the Ames defense. It is a warm one, already over 80 degrees here at 10 a.m. Thursday, June 12. There is a well-hit ball that will fall 3 feet foul. Cole Till's going to leave it alone in left. Joey Franzen will go get it. Thank you, Joey. Your head coaches for Ames, Jay Gray, Matt Fowles. So 2 strikes on the batter. And Hibbing, knowing it was a full count, doesn't try and throw out the batter, instead tries to frame what was a ball about a centimeter off. So batter number 3 for Boone. Up to bat. Takes one low and outside. I'm starting to think it's a pretty small strike zone. Boone runners on first and second. Nobody out. Top of the first. Ball high. There is a rocket from the Boone batter. That is going to 2-hop to the fence. That'll easily score the run from second. Till with the relay throws a bit of a lollipop into shortstop. Zener 1-hops it to catcher, and the Boone batter winds up on third with a double. The Boone batter, all kinds of antics on third base. Very proud of his hit. Boone leads 2-0. Still nobody out here. Top of the first. This is the number 4 cleanup hitter for Boone. And there's a nice hit ball right through shortstop and third. So that'll score the runner from third, making it 3-0. Boone leads. And runner on first. The base runner will get a pinch runner. Likely because he's catcher or pitcher for Boone. Soon to follow. And Morgan is going to hit batter 5 in the back. And so we are off to a rough start here. Down 3-0, no outs. Top of the first. Hibbing goes out to catcher to chat with the pitcher. We'll take a quick break while they talk. Okay, back to action. Top of the first, nobody out. There is a well-hit ball right over the glove of Daniel Zener. And that'll loop in for a single. So Ames in a lot of trouble here. Down 3-0, bases loaded, still nobody out. Batter number 7, nice stop from Hibbing there on a ball low and outside. Good body language from Morgan, doesn't seem rattled. There's a well-hit ball deep in the hole. Zener throws to second, and Erdman can't collect it. So that'll roll to right. Good backup from Jace Greenlee, but the runner on third scores to make it 4-0. We'll take a quick break here while the train passes. There is a rocket to deep center that will 1-hop to the fence. Nelson tracks it down, good relay to Zener. And the Boone bats came to hit today. Baseball's a funny sport. Strike from Morgan. dribbler. That'll be charged by Dressler, and Dressler will get the out at first. Nice athletic squat by Burrell to get that. Now, Burrell decides to throw down to Erdman, and for the second time, Erdman not able to squeeze the ball nor apply the tag to the runner who is retreating to second. And while all that was happening, a Boone base runner scored. So I think we're at 6-0. I don't have great access to the score here. There's a ball high. And yet another train behind us, going the other way. I think Boone is back to their leadoff batter here. And this guy is so short. Pitches have to almost be perfect. Good job by Dressler on that last play. Boone batter seemingly looking for a walk. Does indeed get one for the second time. Ball in the dirt. Rolls about 5 feet behind Hibbing, but then runner from second, good base running. He's gonna take advantage. Steal third, runner on first holds. So still one out. Hibbing calls the infamous necessary play when runner's on the corner and likely a double steal is coming. There's a well-hit ball right at Morgan. He'll get the easy out at first. Morgan could have tried to throw to second for a double play. Zener was covering, could have run down the base runner at third, but probably made the right play just to get the out. There's a strike as the trains continue to come. Ball high, Boone runner on second. I believe the score is 7-0. That one is going to be outside by an inch. Boone batter ducks under that pitch. And that Boone batter will walk for the second time today. Bringing up batter number 3. So 2 outs, one by Dressler, one by Morgan. In the top of the first still. There's a strike from Morgan. The Boone bench declaring that the score is 8-0. There's a beautiful curveball from Morgan. Only one error this inning. Otherwise, just walks and good hitting. Ball in the dirt from Hibbing. Dressler at third. Affirms as much. Good job by him being an encouraging teammate. There's a well-hit ball right at Zener. Zener's going to muff it a little bit, but plenty of time to flip it to second.
Quick. You guys didn't know the freeze and neutral ball. You guys are free to use the neutral ball. Otherwise, you guys can chill or whatever. Got it? Lucas, Dexter, Odin, come with me.
Everyone, you're using your time. When we make that first start, you have to be in front of the play. You have to know what's going on. You can't sit back and not call it. Especially when you're shooting. You need to run off first and third. You're making that call every time. Whether it's a dummy call or not, when it's a call. You have to come out in front of the plate, take your mask off, be loud.
No defensive problems.
Only one error. Just
Hitting them.
they were hitting him, and I think
Pretty tight sticks. Two freebies. 4 walks plus they hit. And, one error. Yeah. Got some work to do. But I don't know. I asked Nick, I asked Nick before the season, what's the rule? And he said, it's not sanctioned.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yep.
it'll be between coaches, yeah.
Yep. Cool.
All right.
Good to see you, Matt. Okay, so we are in the bottom of the first. Ames down 8-0. A couple things you missed there in the post-inning chat. Coach Gray talked about, just doing the same thing over and over. Not changing routine. It was also brought up that Boone was using what's called a drop 5 bat, which means the bat is 5 ounces lighter than it is long, and it allows for a faster swing. At the high school level, the rule is drop 3. It can only be 3 ounces lighter than it is long. And so it's supposed to be more challenging to use a drop 3. Well, part of the reason Boone scored 8 runs there is they were using drop 5 bats. Long story short, Ames has the green light to use drop 5 bats as well. And so here we go, Colton Hibbing. who brought both to the ballpark, a drop 3 and a drop 5. He will take his drop 5 to the plate. See if a little bit more bat speed doesn't help. Colton still looking for his first hit in his high school career. 0 for 4 last week. 0 for 3 playing JV on Tuesday. Did get on base 3 out of 5 times playing with JV here the other day. Takes a ball right there. Hibbing leads his club team in most walks and fewest strikeouts. Probably a good reason he's batting in the 2 spot. Typically, you want your fastest guy at the 1, best contact hitter at the 2, most clutch hitter at 3. Big longest hitter at 4, and next available best batting average at 5. So good changeup thrown there by the Boone pitcher. So Hibbing behind in the count here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the first. That one's outside. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Takes 1 low there, so here we go. Full count. Jace Greenlee on deck. Coach Gray, your coach at first. Fowles at third. And Hibbing's going to rope 1, and that'll get past the center fielder. So Hibbing will have an easy double, and he'll probably dig for third, which he will. Lollipop from center, and Hibbing is in with a triple to get things going, and he returns the antics. Nice hit, Colton. So Hibbing winds up on third. It'll be interesting to see if they score that a double or a triple. I think they'll give him a triple. That's Jace. Good diving attempt there by the center fielder. Comes the delivery. Ball high to Greenlee. Ball low. Again, if you were online for our broadcast last Friday, I'm sorry if this is repeat, but Greenlee, very, very disciplined hitter. Only swings at strikes. Matt's left-handed. Ames will send back-to-back lefties to the plate. Takes 1 high on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the tightest possible strike zone you can imagine. I would say this umpire's calling it at about a 7. Greenlee's going to foul 1 off there, and he'll have 2 strikes on him. Greenlee's going to hit that one foul the opposite direction. Ball in the dirt, and as promised, Greenlee refuses. Refuses to swing at anything outside of the strike zone, so he'll take a walk. He leads his club team in walks. Hibbing and Greenlee play on different club teams based on their dates of birth, but they are in the same class. Hibbing plays on a club team with mostly players from the class of 29. Greenlee plays on a club team with mostly players from the class of 30, and yet both will graduate in the class of 29. Both lead their team in walks. So this is Finn Burrell up to bat. Back-to-back lefties. We call him the barrel. Ames with runners in the corner. Burrell looks at 2 strikes now. So Burrell played JV on Tuesday, and all he did was hit .750. Burrell takes a changeup inside there for ball 1. 2 strikes still on him. You know, it's interesting. Baseball it's a finicky sport. Morgan had 6 strikeouts 2 days ago. 0 runs. And Hibbing is going to score as Greenlee steals second. And good alert base running by Hibbing. Not the fastest, not the biggest bolt of lightning in the cloud, but he has great instincts on the base path, and he steals easily as the catcher from Boone goes for the throw down of Greenlee. Greenlee with the stolen base, stands at second with 1 out, bottom of the first. And Burrell down on strikes. And this will bring up Odin Morgan, who, as my Little League coach used to say, come on, son, help your own cause. Morgan, the pitcher. Hit to the outfield, should score Greenlee. And the Boone pitcher going to be ruled for a balk rather, which will allow Greenlee to advance to third. The Ames boys returning some of the antics as demonstrated by Boone, pretending to be pelicans and yelling from the dugout, "Bark, bark, 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 bark." A little bit of Highway 30 rivalry here. Boone, 10 miles west of Ames. Playing Boone is like playing your little brother who's really good. And there's a beautiful hit from Morgan, right at the right fielder though. Beautiful piece of catching, well, both. Nice hit from Morgan, nice catch from the right fielder, and Ames will just get the 1 Colton Hibbing run. Go to the top of the 2, down 8-1. We'll take a break. Nice hit, Odin. Eric? Is that Eric Bappy?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Tim Hiving.
How you, Tim?
Well, good. I didn't know your, I thought they hung up your Hall of Fame jersey in the rafters.
No,
Balls to your feet here.
so Charlie Eastland's the head baseball coach at Boone.
Cool.
His oldest son is the same age as Ray, Jamie's.
Oh, yeah.
James Ray.
Yeah.
And so they play on the same team.
Awesome.
And so when I stopped doing this, I got to know him a little better. I've known him a long time.
Yeah.
And I said, man, we need an 8th grade program. And he said, we don't have another field. I said, well, it doesn't matter. Let's make it work.
Yeah.
And he said, I'll make it work if you coach the team. And so I said, okay, I'll coach the team.
Well, they're lucky to have to the Ogden AD an hour ago about one of our youth football coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
All right, so beautiful hit there by the Boone leadoff batter. He's going up against Dexter Erdman. Erdman, your Game 1 MVP, 4 RBIs, and a nice double play. So let's recheck your defense here. As that ball is a centimeter low and a centimeter outside. First base still Finn Burrell. Second base, Lucas Dressler, who comes over from third and is replaced at third by Odin Morkin. Shortstop Daniel Zener. Left field Cole Till. Center field Ian Nelson. Right field Jace Greenley. So the second baseman came into pitch. The pitcher went to third, and the third baseman went to second from the last. Oh, and Finn Burrell is going to... the double play. So super weird double play. There was a blooper hit to the first baseman. Burrell unable to catch it, but picks up the ball. I don't know why this isn't a double play. So again, a blooper to first base. Burrell not able to catch it, but grabs the ball, touches first to get the batter out, throws down to second, which should get the runner at second out, and somehow there's a discussion here. I'm not quite sure why. I think it should be a double play. The third baseman I was just talking with, former Ames High baseball coach of 2 decades, Eric Bappy, and for some... Okay, so I think what happened there is that so because there's a bomb deep left field, and that is going to be a home run for the Boone. That is a home run over the left field fence. Lots of antics here. I loved what Daniel Zener just said at shortstop there.
We'll give it back. We're giving it back. We're not doing that. What's the
So fouls in gray, barking at Hibbing for not taking the mask off. He could have technically caught that foul ball. Loved what Zener said there at shortstop after the Boone players continue to do this silly, immature antic. Zener yelled out from shortstop, "It's a lot funnier the fifth time." I knew I liked Zener's game. Now I like his attitude even more. There's a foul ball. I'm telling you, I mean, you may have heard the expression $500 bat, $5 swing. I'm not going to say anything about the Boone batters' swings because they're pretty good swings, but these bats, I mean, you just make any contact with them and the ball goes a mile.
Hey, now catch up with one here, Ford.
So again, back on that weird foul bloop to Burrell at first. I think what happened there was Burrell fielded the ball, or tried to. He was not able to catch it. When he dropped it, it became a live ball, and when he stepped on first base to get the force out at one, it eliminated the force out at first, and long story short, the runner at first was made safe. Dexter Erdman gets the strikeout there, so we have Burrell getting an out at first, followed by a 2-run homer to give Boone their 9th and 10th runs, and then Erdman just struck out that batter. There's a ball in the dirt. Cole Till in left field, getting a lot of attention from the Boone players as he plays on their club team. There's a ball high. Foul ball. Erdman, the top ERA, earned run average on his club team. An avid bicyclist.
Good pitch, Dex.
An avid bicyclist and fisherman. Throws one in there that was a millimeter off. And there's a 5-pitch walk to the 9th batter in the order. So Boone with a runner on first, 2 outs. This will be the leadoff batter for Boone again. Pretty rare to see a batter 3 times in 2 innings. And Erdman manages the height of the batter and his left-handed stature. Technically, left-handed batters are supposed to be easier to throw to for right-handed batters. The gate is open. It's easier to zoom in versus having to worry about that shoulder. Burrell at first fields that pickoff attempt. Burrell looking athletic over there. Seen him squat pretty low a couple times to cleanly field the ball. Ball high. Hibbing does a great job of bouncing after catching and coming to a rest on his back foot, ready to fire down to first or third if the opportunity presents itself. Ball in the dirt there. Hibbing's going to throw back to first just to check the runner. Throws on a dime, but the runner paying attention. There's a swing and a miss. Beautiful pitch from Erdman. outside. Hitting gonna throw down. Got him! Good throw down from Hibbing there. So the boys are definitely riled up given all the jibber jabber of the Boone Toreadors. You can expect a little of the favor to be returned if they're able to reach on base. We'll take a break.
Is he missing by like inches?
Yeah,
Got
what?
a little video of him doing shot put too. And he won his. He's like, I was just jogging. He was looking around at his competition, just jogging it in.
What did he win?
The 100-meter dash for first graders
Okay.
at 19 seconds.
Okay, okay.
You know who was insane?
Sean Douglas.
No,
Oh.
no, a girl. She beat him.
Who? Okay, so this is your pitcher, Dexter Erdman, at the plate. As Ames gets it going here, bottom of 2. Erdman had the 4 RBIs in the season opener last Friday the 6th. The boys will, for the most part, only get 6 games, if you can believe it or not. 7 battles scheduled, 1 already canceled. And then each battle, it's kind of an A team in the first game and a B team in the second. The Ames boys very riled up after the antics of the Toreadors. Unfortunately, they're on the short end of the scorecard right now. So you may have heard me talking to the third base coach. That's Eric Bappy. Coached about 20 years at Ames. His stepson, Jamie, the math teacher at Ames Middle School, lives in Ballard, where their boys attend Ballard Huxley. But Bappy, a very accomplished coach, agreed to help the 8th grade team in exchange for field space for his grandkids. There's a foul ball by Erdman. Good chase by the catcher. Bappy's has two other stepsons, twins, Trevor and Ian Smith. Ian, the athletic director for Gilbert High School.
Ian Smith is Eric back.
And Erdman down on strikes. And this will bring up Lucas Dressler, number 11. His father, the new to town band director. Not so new to town, been a year already. Dressler from Grinnell. One of the rare instances where, oh, there's a mile-high pop fly, and the catcher comes all the way down from the mound. Pitcher does. All the way down from the mound to field. That's tougher than it looks. Like I always say, the one thing that doesn't change from Little League until varsity baseball is the difficulty of catching foul balls for a catcher. Just running around with those shin guards and clunkety clunks trying to see out of a mask. So this is Ian Nelson, your center fielder, swing and a miss there. On deck, Cole Till. Be interesting to see how much attention Cole gets from the Boone dugout. Again, a lot of them play club ball together. Nelson takes one high and outside. Good chatter from the Boone left fielder. About as talkative of a left fielder as I've ever heard. Love to hear that. Nelson gets the bat out there, gonna foul it off. So Ames in a bit of jeopardy here, down 10-1, bottom of 2. If you're down by 8 or more after 4, the game's over. And Nelson's gonna rope one in between right and center. And Nelson will dig for 2. And Nelson in with a beautiful slide. And he returns the antics to the center fielder. I'm a little surprised the coaches aren't, or the umpires aren't putting a kibosh on these antics, but again, Highway 30. And we have another balk. Oh, listen for here come the Pelicans. Balk, 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 balk. The Pelicans are out in the Ames dugout. So Nelson on third as the pitcher is called for his second balk today. This is Cole Till. Takes a ball there. On deck, top of the lineup, Daniel Zener. Till is going to foul one off, and the first baseman not able to get to it as that one caroms off the glove. Good word of encouragement from the Ames, one of the Ames boys in the dugout, Odin Morkin, giving some good words of encouragement to Till. Says, you watch that curveball break. And there's a nice hit by Till. Good defense from the third baseman. He's going to try to one-hop it to first, and he will not be able to. So Cole Till is going to score Nelson as that ball gets past the first baseman's glove. And Till is aboard with Daniel Zener coming to the plate here. And the Boone pitcher called for his third balk as Cole Till advances to second. I'm really surprised that the umpires and coaches on both sides aren't putting a little bit of a kibosh. Oh, and Cole Till is picked off the base path. I think Coach Bappy is going to put an end to this chitter-chatter. Till pretty frustrated to have gotten picked off there. So good job, Coach Bappy, finally putting an end to all the jibber-jabber going on. We'll go to the top of the third. Ames down 10-2. Take a break.
Never been called. 50 years.
Eric, are you agreeing with the balk calls?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Okay.
You can't step on the rubber, have the ball in your glove, and then take it out. That's
Oh.
okay. So if you want to explain that on your
Okay. Yeah.
whatever you're doing.
Yep.
He's stepping on. He's got the ball in his glove.
Yep.
He's got his foot on the rubber, and then he takes it out. That is a ball.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
When there's somebody on base.
Got it. Got it. Okay, here we go. Top of three. There is a what looked like a strike. I don't think it was called one. I'm not sure if this is the top of the lineup or not, but it is another very short left-handed batter, so we'll call it top of the lineup. I lose track about this time of the game. Ames down 10-2. It is the top of the third. If there was no score for the next 2 innings, it would be game over. Erdman tries a changeup. We are 52 minutes into the game here. I don't know if there's a time limit or not. There's a foul ball. No cars were damaged. There's a ball outside. So full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, top of the third. Ames down 10-2. Leadoff batter for Boone. Erdman back on the mound. Hibbing back behind the plate. Ball outside. Runner is awarded first base. Burrell on first. Dressler on second. Zener on short. Morgan at third. The very popular Cole Till in left. Ian Nelson fresh off his extra base hit in center. And the very disciplined Jace Greenlee in right. There's a strike from Erdman. Good word of encouragement from third base coach Bappy. Says it's a good pitch and a good take. It is possible to have both. And there's a beautiful ball that comes in at the letters, drops at the belly for strike 2. And a beautiful pitch from Erdman to get the strikeout. So in the top of the third, that's the 7th out of the game. There's a foul ball strike. Let's see if we can remember who these 7 outs were. Hibbing had a throw down from catcher for 1. Erdman, I think, has 2 strikeouts. Zener had 1. The runner is going to go. Nice throw from Hibbing. Just a little bit late. So Hibbing's got 1, Erdman's got 2. Morgan has 1. Zener has 1. Burrell has 1. I think Morgan has 2. So all outs coming from the infield. In fact, every infielder except the second base position. There's a ball just a bit outside. There's 2 types of umpires, ones who, look for the ball to come in across the plate, and ones who look for the ball to come in on the inside of the opposite batter's box. There's a hard hit ball right at Morgan. He knocks it down, looks at home, not able to get it. Beautiful play from Morgan. We're going to call that his 3rd defensive out of the day. So Morgan with 3, Erdman with 2. Hibbing, Zener, and Burrell with 1. Nice job, Odin. The runner from 3rd does get in, however, making the score 11-1. And there's a chopper foul. And for the 3rd time, Erdman not able to squeeze a ball. Being thrown to him, no big deal. That was just a throwback to the pitcher, but an interesting development. There's a, hey, he can fail to squeeze the ball all he wants if he keeps throwing curveballs like that. That was one heck of a pitch. And quickly the batter with 2 strikes, Hibbing stands up. And that'll be a high fly ball right in the direction of Coltill, who 2-hands it beautifully and aims out of the inning. 1 run scores, down 11-1. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. Nice catch, Cole. Okay, bottom of the 3rd we go. Ames down 11-1. They'll have the top of the order here. Zener, Hibbing, Greenlee. Zener, class of 2029. His father, class of 2000, along with me. The father of batter number 2, you'll see, Colton Hibbing. Fun to fast forward the clock 25 years. Both our sons hitting back-to-back in the lineup. Zener checks his swing there. Umpire with a nice throwback to first base, or to the pitcher. Wow. Good arm on him. 2 balls, no strikes. Zener a little bit behind that one. It's a tough position to be in when you see 2 straight balls. You get to thinking maybe the pitcher's done got it this inning, and then he brings back just a beautiful pitch. And Zener's going to get the bat out in front of it. That'll be trouble. And Zener with speed is going to be able to beat out the error from the second baseman. Great comment there from Coach Fowles, the third base coach, as one of the boys was starting to be loud and obnoxious. Fowles yells at the dugout. He says, "This isn't a softball game." All right, so Zener on first. This is Colton Hibbing at the plate. Hibbing takes one high or outside. Looks like the umpire was just saying it was high. So runner on first, being Daniel Zener. Here comes a train, so it's going to get loud. The ball low. So like Zener before him, Hibbing ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. I think Fowles is just saying there from third base, hey, use your head. This is the same count Zener had. We're going to get another balk called on the pitcher. So what's happening here is the pitcher is putting his foot on the rubber and then taking the ball out of his glove, which would imply that he's going to try and throw it to first. But whatever. Hibbing ahead in the count here, 3-0. And Daniel Zener will easily advance to third. Hibbing ahead in the count, 3 balls, no strikes. Hibbing jokes, he calls this a hitter's count. Obviously the pitcher needs to deliver. Fowles gives a signal. Not sure if that's the swing away signal or the take a strike signal. If you see Hibbing square to bunt here, it would for sure be the take a strike. Now Hibbing does go into his normal windup. He'll take a ball on the outside part of the plate, called a strike. 4-pitch walk not administered. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Zener on third. Hibbing's going to create some trouble there. He'll ground out to short, but that'll score Zener from third. As Hibbing gets the RBI, and Ames shrinks the lead to 11-3. Ball inside here to Greenlee, last person on earth that's going to swing at that. Back-to-back lefties for Ames, Greenlee, then Burrell. There's a strike from the Boone pitcher. Ball inside. So 11-3, bottom of the third. We are 65 minutes into the game. Ball low and inside. ball super low. That's the first mistake I think the umpires made of the day. That was at the shins. Called a strike. If anything, Greenlee might have ducked down on that one and hurt himself by lowering his own strike zone. Greenlee protecting the plate, fouls that one off. Gets a word of encouragement from the stands. Way to hang. Greenlee's going to foul that one off. Now the catcher will have a chance at it, but it'll be tough. And the foul ball winds up landing right on someone's chair, I think in the spot where a cell phone was being held. I don't think it cracked the cell phone, but it managed to spring the cell phone out of its socket. And Greenlee with a beautiful hit up the middle for an easy single. Great at bat. I think 7 pitches total. And a great looking single up the middle. So here's Finn Burrell. Burrell leads his club team with 4 home runs. Hit one 325 feet 12 days ago. Takes a ball inside. Burrell batting .750 at the JV level. Did strike out his first at bat here today, if my memory serves me correctly. On deck, Odin Morkin standing incredibly close. In a foul ball, and Morkin would have 0.1 seconds to react. I'd love to see Morkin warm up on the backside of Burrell, but that's just me. Greenlee advances to second. And Burrell hits one a mile. That is gone. Burrell returns the favor.
Hey, Whitney! Hey, Whitney!
Hey, let's go. Grab the bat.
Whitney, back up! Back up! Back up!
So like I told you, Burrell on fire in the month of June. It's his 5th home run of the season. 3rd home run this month. This is Odin Morkin up to bat.
Well, it's because he told me to tag him. Hey, you never know. Like,
I think Ben Barry is going to catch that ball.
but if he catches it on the run, like, we should be at third.
He's probably the slowest kid on the team.
The joke in the dugout right now is that Coach Fowles had Jace Greenlee tag up at third, even though that ball was so obviously uncatchable. Still a good decision. So Ames down 11-4. So this is Odin Morkin. Hibbing the only out this inning. And Morkin's going to walk. Pitcher for Boone seems to be wearing down a little bit. No visit from the Boone coaching staff. This is Dexter Erdman. There comes the long-awaited warning from the umpire as Erdman fouls one off. Long-awaited warning from the umpire as the pitcher on Boone does administer another balk. So Morgan advances to second. Coach Bappy getting pretty frustrated with the pitcher, who's now been called for a balk 5 times. Ball gets past the catcher, so Morgan, with a late jump to third, does make it inside. I think that was Finn Burrell who yelled out from the dugout to Odin, "You got to see that right away." Good to see these boys coaching each other. So bottom of the third, Ames down 11-4, runner on third, 1 out. And Erdman with a called strike on the outside part of the plate. Coach Fowles yells down from third, "Now you got to protect." That was 50% good alert base running from Morgan and 50% good alert coaching from Fowles, as good throw down from the catcher to the third baseman trying to catch Morgan sleeping. To no avail. And Erdman is going to pop up to the first baseman, and Morgan is going to try to tag up from third, and does. Great call by Coach Fowles to send Morgan on that one. Erdman will get credit for the RBI. Coach Bappy on Boone not pleased with the first baseman taking too long to throw that to first. That or not a more accurate throw to first in any regard. It's 11-5, and this is Lucas Dressler. So Ames scores 1 run in the first, 1 run in the second, now 3 in the third. Trails 11-5. Lucas Dressler, your second baseman, only infielder without an out this game. Takes one high and outside. Good encouragement again from the left fielder from Boone towards his pitcher. There's a strike administered. .74 minutes into the game. There's a ball about 2 inches outside. Catcher not doing his pitcher any favor, moving his leg to catch that one. Good swing by Dressler. That was definitely a strike. Ball just came in a little bit slower than he thought. Good word of encouragement from the Boone third baseman, says one more. And Dressler down on strikes. Nice catch that last time, Cole.
Who's in right field?
There he is, folks, Mr. Double. Okay, so new pitcher, Jace Greenlee, comes in from right field. Greenlee bats left, throws right. Replacing him in right is the utility man himself, Lucas Dressler. Center field still Ian Nelson. Left field Cole Till, warming him up Augie. And then your third baseman Odin Morkin, shortstop Daniel Zener. Those guys both play club ball on bats. Second baseman Dexter Erdman. Good couple of innings pitched by Erdman. Gave up 3 runs, but did that in 2 innings as opposed to 8 runs given up in the first. Erdman leads his club team in ERA. Gives up about a half run per inning. He'll get out of this one averaging 1.5 runs per inning. Still not bad. More credit to Boone than anything. So here we go. Top of the 4th. Your score 11-5. Greenlee starts with something of a curveball. There's a ball high. There's a well-hit ball. Cole Till will work on his second straight out, and he does reel it in. Eric, did you know you were the first person to ever throw me a curveball?
Really?
Yep. Batting cages right over there. Yep. So Cole Till gets his second out of the game. There's a beautiful strike from Greenlee. So 2 outs by Till, 3 from Morkin, 1 from Zener. Get us to 6. 1 from Burrell, 2 by Erdman, 1 by Hibbing. I think it was my first All-Star game. You were the coach, and I just remember thinking, what the heck was that? Yeah. Ball on the outside part of the plate there. Greenlee looking good otherwise. 1-1 your count, 1 out. Top of the 4th. Ames down 11-5. Of course, the varsity lost to Boone 12-2 last week. There's a beautiful strike from Greenlee. Ball outside there, good reach from Hibbing. So 2-2. Count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Greenlee with the K. Good looking pitch there. Greenlee comes in looking like Sandy Koufax here. Greenlee's father, part of the Des Moines public school faculty system, makes that commute every day. Greenlee's something of a staple in the Ames community. There's a hard hit ball. Beautiful play by Morkin. And assist to Burrell.
Yes, sir, Jace.
Nice job, Ben. Nice job, Odie.
Hey, bottom 4 here. Hey, we didn't tell you guys. Hey, boys.
We'll take a break.
me a couple balls. Let's go. Time him up. Hit him hard. Hit it hard. Everything's back up to right center. Hard to right center. Win this game. Hit it hard.
So a new pitcher in for Boone here as we go to the bottom of the fourth. If you remember, after that top of the first when we were down 8-0, good, cool, calm, collected speech from Coach Gray. Just said, hey, we're going to chip away at this game. They are going to play 5 innings regardless of time. So Ames will get 6 outs and Boone will get 3 here. Of course, Boone leads 11-5. Ian Nelson comes to the plate. Nelson 1 for 1 today with a double. Takes one upstairs. So far from going that despite the fact the catcher looked down at the first base umpire, the first base umpire didn't even realize he would be called upon to offer an opinion. So Nelson ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. The left fielder from Boone continues to be encouraging towards his pitcher. Ball high and outside, so Nelson way ahead in the count here. 3 balls, no strikes. And a 4-pitch walk for Nelson, who continues his nice day at the plate. Surprising we haven't seen Nelson pitch yet. He ranks first on his club team in several statistical categories. This is Cole Till. Good looking swing. Just under it. So after a 4-pitch walk to Nelson, Cole Till behind in the count, 0-1. Till plays at the highest level possible in his club program. Takes one high and inside. On deck, top of the order, Daniel Zener. We'll have a meeting at the mound here between the pitching coach, the pitcher, and the catcher. Take a short break for station identification. Back to action. Till takes one upstairs. A little surprising. Typically after a meeting at the mound from the coach, pitcher fires back with a strike. Till way in front of that one. Don't know if the pitcher took anything off it or not, but a strike nonetheless. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Till's going to foul that one off, protecting the plate.
Someone on it, let's go, dugout. Someone not playing, go get the ball. Find the porta potty.
Ball high and outside. Good at bat here for Cole Till. pickoff thought about there. Good alert base running by Nelson. And there's a dribbler to short. Shortstop. Beautiful throw to first. So one out. Here's top of the order, Daniel Zener. Ian Nelson advances to second, looking for his third run of the day. There's a ball high to Zener. Zener way in front of that one. Nice job by the Boone second baseman. He is creeping towards the action. Glove open, hand out. That is textbook, if you can see that second baseman from Boone. Just textbook fielding prep. Good job by him. Boone's something of a baseball community, in my opinion. Tony Lawson, a local contractor, flipped a hoop hut, a hoop shed, a hoop barn, flipped it into a hitting cage. Many of the boys from Ames go over there to get their workouts in. Obviously the boys from Boone do too, but no surprise that they're as good as they are. Meeting here, long meeting between the catcher and the pitcher. Not sure what that's about. Here's Colton Hibbing, 1 for 2 today with a triple and an RBI. Triple at this age, pretty tough to do. Hibbing takes one high. Base paths, regulation size, 90 feet. On deck, the pitcher, Jace Greenlee. There's a ball low. 1 ball, 1 strike. In that triple Hibbing had, he was ahead 3-0 in the count. Took a pitch, looked at a pitch, fouled off a pitch, and then I think it was pitch 7 he got the triple on. So there's a ball way over the everybody's head. And whatever the catcher and pitcher were talking about does not seem to be working. Hibbing ahead in the count here, 3-0. There's a 4-pitch walk to Hibbing. And much to Hibbing's demise, he'll be pulled off the base path. Called courtesy for the catcher. Also courtesy for the pitcher allowed at this level. So big at bat. 11-5, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th, Jace Greenlee, likely the youngest player on this class of 29 team. There's a ball outside, and they're going to have a throwdown, which will get past the second baseman. And Nelson with his second run of the day shrinks the lead to 11-6. As Danielson steals second. And yet again, Greenlee getting a pitch called a strike that I completely disagree with, but I think what's happening is that Greenlee bends down to look at the pitch as it's coming in, and it's lowering the strike zone for the umpire. Good piece of coaching there from Fowles. He says, shorten up your grip. That puts more weight on the bat. Or less weight on the wrists by doing that, allowing you to have a little bit more control over the stick. Not going to hit it as far in that regard, but still works. So Greenlee hanging in there. Fouls off that strike. Still behind in the count. Boone 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Greenlee takes a ball high. This time his little duck down works. With as disciplined a hitter as Greenlee is, if he was to learn to duck on high pitches and stand up straight on low ones, he might really have something. So Greenlee aboard with a walk, and this will bring up your home run hitter Finn Burrell. We'll see if the outfield makes any move. They do not. Little surprised here. Little surprised the outfield doesn't back up at all for Greenlee, or for Burrell here. So Ames down 11-6. Here's your home run hitter, Finn Burrell. Ames as a team has hit for the cycle today. They've had a few singles, 1 double, 1 triple, and 1 home run. There's a ball outside. Again, Burrell with 5 home runs this year, 3 in the month of June. Batting .750 at the JV level. Did strike out his first at bat today, but seeing the ball well. And takes a strike. There's a ball in the dirt. Good base running from Ethan Danielson. And again, good base running by Danielson to come to a stop on a dime on third. Good job by Coach Fowles, letting Danielson know the pitch was coming down. Good throw by the catcher. But Franzen advances to second meanwhile, and so that takes away the force out. Ball high, Burrell's gonna walk. And we'll have a penultimate at bat here for Odin Morkin. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th. There's a ball in the dirt. Nice job by the catcher blocking that one. Dexter Erdman on deck, had a walk-off double last week. So Danielson pinch running for Hibbing at third, Franzen pinch running for Greenlee at second, Burrell at first. Morkin lays off that one. There's a ball in the dirt, and Danielson's going to try to score, and score he will. Good job, Ethan. Shrinks the lead to 11-7. Takes away the force out. So Franzen advances to third. Pinch running for Greenlee. Burrell advances to second. Takes a little bit of pressure off Morgan. Meanwhile, the pitcher for Boone seems to have a little bit of pressure on him. Takes a step off the rubber and puts both hands on his knees. Ball high, and Morgan will walk. So 11-7. And there will be a meeting at the mound. Pitching change. We'll take a break. So my mistake, the score is actually 11-8. Bases loaded, so tying run for Ames is on first. Go ahead run will be Dexter Erdman. Erdman might be the foremost batter who appreciates the drop 5 bat. If you missed that commentary in the beginning, whether it was declared or not is unknown, but despite the high school rule being drop 3, meaning your bat needs to be no more than 3 ounces lighter than it is long, Boone brought drop 5 bats, meaning they're lighter, easier to swing, and tagged us for 8 runs in the first inning. So this will be interesting. There's a little bit of discussion here whether or not there's a time limit. I thought for sure they were just playing 5 innings no matter what. So your guess is as good as mine. I don't know if this is, can Dexter Erdman do it again? Again, last week, runners on second and third, 2 outs, down 1, and Erdman crushed one down the third base line to score both runners, and Ames beat Roland Story. A grand slam here might actually win it. There's one in the dirt. Great job by the catcher. I don't know if you saw that, but the catcher there pretended like the ball was getting away from him when in fact he had secured it, hoping to bait Franzen at third into coming home, but to no avail. Train number 4 behind you there. And Erdman crushes one foul. That is retrieved barehanded by Coach Fowles. Coach Fowles is just having a great game today. Coaching and fielding. The umpire, the second base umpire, just staring down the pitcher here, making sure there's no more balks. Erdman is going to take strike 2, so this is interesting, folks. 2 outs, 2 strikes. Ames down 11-8, bottom of the 4th. I don't know if we're going to play another inning or not. They're at a minute. They're at an hour 41 as we speak. Erdman fouls one off. So hour 41. 102 minutes into the game. There's a ball low and away. Good job by Coach Fowles telling him what's up here. Full count, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. We might be at time limit. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Franzen on 3rd. Burrell at 2nd. Morgan on 1st. And we'll do it all over as Erdman fouls that one off. Hi, Brooke. We're doing good. They might be on a time limit. And if so, we're a strike. Oh, shoot. I don't know if we're on a time limit or we're playing 5 innings, but it's the bottom of the 4th, 2 outs, full count. We're down 3. So a grand slam could win it, and out could lose it.
Got it.
Or we play a 5th inning. I don't know.
How's Colton doing?
Pretty good day.
That's good.
Yeah.
I know he was like mad at his batting the other day.
Yeah.
But I was like, hey buddy, even the big leagues have bad days. Okay?
I know. All right, so Erdman walks on an 8-pitch at bat. That'll bring in Franzen, make it 11-9. So now a hit to the outfield by Dressler would tie the game with the plenty fast Morgan on 2nd. Ames down after the first inning, 8-0. Clawing back into this one, down 11-9 now. And there's going to be a pop-up right to the pitcher. And we'll play a 5th inning, I think. Oh, they're calling game. A little bit of controversy here. No new inning after an hour 45. I think it's an hour 44.
It's 5. He said it was. It's 5.
Okay. So Coach Fowles is saying, or Coach Gray is saying he didn't realize there was a time limit. Might have coached a little bit differently if that was the case, but as it stands, that's going to be game. Ames loses 11-9. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Game 2 will be streamed here in about 20 minutes.